Hello everyone, this is a demo in which I will be covering an application build and deployment automation using Jenkins pipeline. So this is the simple PHP application that I'm creating for this project, and I'm taking it from my current Git repo. So this project is created on this Openshift origin, a platform by Red Hat. So the application project is created, and here the build is first has to be created first. So you can see the build is running right now, and you can see the log. If we expand it, it will go to the Jenkins, and once the build is completed, a pod will be created for its deployment. So once the build is successful, an image will be created here on the Docker registry, and the same image will be put it onto the pod, which will be created here. Okay, so it's created, and looks like our log is also say it is successful. So build is successful, a pod has been created, and image is also been created here a few seconds ago, and this image has been deployed onto the container which has been created for this application here. And this is the application URL, which is you can see on a simple demo application that I'm using. And these are the basic details of this container for the application. And for further, if you would like to see what all has been created for this build of this application, this is the pod on which the deployment is done, and this is the build which was created for the pod. Now, if you come under the application here on the build section, you will see there are build, pipeline, and images. So under the build, you will have a track of how many builds has been created on the number of builds. Like as you go on the sequence, it will keep on increasing over here. And this is the source of the repository that we have taken for this project. And then here is the let's say if you want to trigger another build, now you can click for this application and you can trigger the build from here, right? And these are the configurations for the build, and this is the webhook for the GitHub if you want to link your GitHub with this Openshift project, so that in case if there is any change on the GitHub, it can trigger that uh, you know an event for the Openshift to start the build here automatically. So now the application is set up and it's been successful for its build and been deployed onto the pod. Now we can go for its setting up a pipeline. So the way we can have the pipeline here in is following four ways. Either we can go to the existing catalog, or we can deploy an image, or we can take the template of it. So I've created a template for the pipeline, and let's include this template. So this template will create a pipeline out here, you can see. And if you see here, the pipeline has been created. And so before I start my pipeline, I have to create my Jenkins server here, and that server has to be deployed onto that pod. So once the Jenkins pod is ready with the Jenkins server, a Jenkins service will be created, and that service will be taking care of that pipeline for that build. So let's see success of this. We need to wait for Max. It will create in layers, and meanwhile, let's go here. So this is an application, and meanwhile, till we get this things ready, let me give you a couple of background of here also. So uh, this is the basic configuration of this application. So if you want, right now I have only one pod. If you want, I need to increase more than one uh, container, you can create one or two or three. And as soon as you say yes, you will see it will start increasing those pods here automatically. Okay. Yeah. So these four pods are ready, and if you want to go to these pods, you can come here and you can go to any one of them, and you can go to the terminal, and you can see, you can browse the directories or the areas on that terminal on that particular pod if you would like to. Okay, so our Jenkins is success, so our pipeline should be good enough. So yeah, so this is the terminal of one of the pod, and you can see this is the pod name that is created by that uh, application. And let's go to the pipeline now. Yeah, before we go, let's see on the monitoring whether our pods are healthy here. So our pod are healthy here, and before, let's trigger the build now. Yeah, so let's give an issue to the pipeline, and let's see the end of the pipeline. So build has been started. So the other way you can see is onto the whole application area here itself. You'll see build is going on. If you want to see the log, it will go to Jenkins, and Jenkins will use the uh, same authentication that we are using for the Openshift. So I'll say yes, log on with my Openshift account, and I'll log in with my ID. So okay, allow the permission. So this OpenShift is built on top of the Kubernetes cluster, and it is using Docker for the containerizing the pods and for the deployments. So you see the deployment in the pipeline. These four older pods, right? They will be destroyed, and the new ones will be created sequentially as they are going down. So once they all are up, deployment should be success. And you can check the logs here. It is in running. So once it is success, it will be success here itself. Yep. So all four pods are ready now, and our build should be successful also. Mhm. Okay. The scaling to 2, and then it will go to 3. Okay. So let's go to the application. So there are two replicas has been created for it, and this is the auto scaling. If you want to application based on the volume that is coming down to your application, and it will auto scale low and up. Got it. And actually that depends upon the load balancing section, which is I'm not going over here. So this is how this pipeline of this application has been set, and we can create, if I change the code of this application, and right now the trigger is based on the images. If there is any change in this image, then only my pipeline will trigger the will. So this is all I can give right now during this time. If you have any queries, please let me know. I'll try to get the answer as soon as possible.